Hello, everyone, and welcome. By now, I feel like everybody that's in the world of gaming, slash potentially MMOs, knows about Final Fantasy XIV. With the newest expansion just dropping recently, I thought maybe now is a good time to see what it's like for a brand new player to enter this game in the year 2024. So, in this series, we're gonna be, you know, giving you some tips from a player that spent thousands and thousands of hours. I think I'm at 2,500 hours currently on my main account of hours played. So, I'm gonna give you the experience. I'm gonna give you the idea what it's like for a new player because I'm going to go undercover as a brand new player and I'm gonna act like I know nothing. And I'm going to give you a little bit of tips and tricks to make your new player experience a little more enjoyable. So, when you first boot up the game, whether you're on PC, Xbox, or PS5, maybe even PS4, this game still runs on PS4, though I think it's a little lackluster. But I'm on PS5. So, you'll see controller inputs here. The very first thing you're going to do is pick your race when you start the game. Now, this race is purely cosmetic. It is for you to enjoy, for you to get into character, for you to have a great time. You have your hire. Now, each race has two sub races. All that does is you'll see like 1 or 2 points over here that it changes. Unless you're super like down to the wire min max, that means absolutely nothing because that's going to change with gear regardless. And maybe back in the day it was a little different because you actually had to put points in to your stats as you leveled up. Now it just does it automatically, and you have gear that counters it all out. If you want to min max, you can. Each race, though, they have two clans, two sub races. You have the higher. The higher are the humans of this world. They are very abundant at per lore. They're pretty normal, and they can do just about anything customization wise. So they're fun. The Elzen are your standard elf. They are a little taller than humans. They tend to be lankier and according to lore, they're rare, but according to the actual players, not so much. Lalafels are for a few different types of people. Those two people tend to be weirdos, no judgments, people that want to have fun, or people that just want to look really adorable while they play this game. The Lalafell is the closest thing I can compare it to would be a hobbit or a gnome. They're adorable customization wise. They can do everything a human and an elf can do. It's just much smaller. I'm personally not a fan of them because I like to see my gear, and if I'm spending a lot of money and time on leveling up, I want to be able to actually experience. But a lot of people like them because there's certain areas in the game you can only access as a Lalafell. They're purely off the beaten path. They're just fun little mini things that mean absolutely nothing. There's nothing special there that you're missing out on if you're not a Lalafell. They have the Makode, which is your cat people. Cat people are fun, right? It's an anime style game. Of course they're gonna have cat people. Now, per lore wise, the Keepers of the Moon are supposed to be wolf people, but they don't look much different, honestly. Now your Rogadins, or Ragadons, however you pronounce this. They're big, beefy boys and girls, and they are muscle mommies and muscle daddies. These things are huge, they're massive, and they're clunky in my opinion. Again, doesn't change anything. This is purely cosmetic for what you want to look like. And that is your base game stuff. Now, with the free trial, you have access to the Ara. Ara were released in the first expansion. They are dragon hybrids. They're pretty cool. The only thing I think cosmetically that throws them off is their horns. They don't have ears like normal people or normal characters, so their horns are where your earrings hang, and they stick out of certain helmets, and sometimes it makes certain cosmetics look a little goofy. Alright, next you have the Hrothgar. Hrothgar are these really furry tiger people, and they are really fun to customize, and they're really enjoyable. As far as I know, there's no customization limits to them. They just recently added the female Hrothgar to the game. I don't know that there's any customization limits to this one, but I could be wrong. I'm not really familiar with the Hrothgar. I never used them. They're a newer race, and they came out in the Shadowbringer expansion, I believe. Uh, Maybe, no, not Shadowbringer. They came out the one before that, Stormblood, I believe. And then you have the Viera. The Viera are bunny people. Now, bunny people are really fun. You have the females who are really tall and the boys that aren't very tall at all. But the only downside, the very big downside to the Viera is because of their ears being so sensitive, they can't wear helmets and they can't wear hoods and hats. Now it's purely cosmetic. You still have a headgear spot to equip, but stuff like tiaras and crowns you can still equip. Hoods, cowls, hats, helmets, they don't show up on the Viera. As far as that, that is the only limitation to the Viera cosmetically. Now, again, these are all purely cosmetic for you guys to pick however you want. Me, I'm basic. I'm a dad. I'm not really looking at too much. I'm brand new to this game. I'm like, yeah, these are cool, right? You know what? But a buddy of mine told me, don't worry about your first race because there is a quest you can do in the main story that will give you a special potion that will allow you to change your race for free one time. And if you mess up that one time, you can always go to the shop and buy another in it. And we'll talk more on the cosmetic shop and the optional item shop later in a different video. I'm not going to touch on that too much right now. Right now, I'm just looking at gameplay. So, you pick your hire. Oh boy, clans, Midlander, Highlander. Merlin told me these stats don't make sense, but I have an idea what I want to do, and I don't want less intelligence. So, you know what? We'll go with the intelligence of 23, right? You know, how tall do I want to be? Well, I'm short in real life, so I want to be tall in the game, right? That's what I'm in. Yeah, we want to be chiseled. We want to look good, right? Okay, yeah. All right, I've got some face options here. Let's see. I want to look somewhat mature, but I also don't want to look like a child. So I really like this one. I don't know if the scruff is changeable, but we're gonna see. Uh, they look almost exact. No, they're a little different. Okay, cool. All right, skin tone. Let's see. I don't want to be, I don't get out much. I don't see a lot of sunlight, so that's probably pretty accurate for me. Hairstyles. Oh boy, so many hairstyles to choose from. What do I want to do? You don't like any of these? Don't worry. There are cosmetics you can get in the game. You can spend money on the store to buy new ones. Don't worry. This is just base options. You will be granted with more options as the game continues. I'm going with a wizard look, so I kind of want some longish hair. Yeah, I kind of like that one. Yeah, and I'm a wise person, so we're gonna go with some gray hair. Ooh, highlights. Yeah, of course. We're gonna do black highlights. No. We're gonna be edgy. We're gonna do red highlights. Let's see if we can find them. I don't really see the highlights too much. That's okay. Some hairstyles are different. Some hairstyles are not. This is my jaw. I want to look like a Chad. To me, this just looks like the perfect Chad here. All right, we got eyes, shapes. Now the customization is limited, but is also pretty open to do. I like everything like it is. I'm not gonna go too deep into character customization too bad. Odd eyes is fun. Odd eyes is basically heterochromia. Allows you to have one eye that's a different color than the other one. Super fun. Super cool. Again, purely cosmetic. Fun for RPing, role playing. I'm a wizard. I'm cranky, so I kind of want to frown a little bit. Yeah. My nose. Yeah, I don't think a nose is a super big deal, but that one looks great. My lips. Yeah, that one looks good too. I don't want any lipstick on, so I'm going to skip this step. That's it. Okay. Alright, so, we got scars. The stubble is part of the facial features. Now, I was unaware Don't want a legacy mark. Don't want any of that. Don't want any face paint. You can scroll through them real quick. Different face paint styles. Fun little freckles. Highlander. Ayla the Huntress. A heart. Different random stuff. Face paint colors. Voices. I'm going to try one thing. And I'm going to change my face to this one to see if maybe I can get a beard. And that's a no. Okay, cool. So apparently no beards for me. I'm a young lad. I'm a new wizard, not an older wizard. That'll work. Again, legacy mark. I don't know what these are. They're tattoos. They used to be called legacy marks, but they're not. Any more face paint? Don't want any face paints. My voice. I kind of like this one. Kind of reminds me of Link. Cool, and I can check out my character in different settings. Sweet. Alright. My character's done. Right. Save appearance? Nah. Saving appearance if you want to, like, you really like a character and you might use them on an alternate, save it. Otherwise, not important. This is your birthday. It is purely for entertainment and fun. It has absolutely no effect on the game at all. Same thing with your guardian. It's purely for fun. Now, the next thing we have to choose is, do we want to be a tank, do we want to be a healer, or do we want to be a DPS? Now, as a new player, I'm like, tank, alright, let's see, stand as a bulwark and face danger. I don't know if I want to do that. Healer, now I gotta heal people, and there's only one option? Nah, I'm not doing that. DPS, okay, here's some options. Oh, and I get to decimate my foes, of course. And you know, we have to go with the pure thaumaturge here. And I like how it tells you this used to not do this. It says corresponding job. Used to not do this. It'll tell me Dragoon, Monk, Bard, Black Mage. I know that this is going to be really cool. And I'm looking at all the art of Final Fantasy Realm Reborn. This is what I see when it comes up, is this guy right here. So he must be strong. I hear the developer of the game plays this class, so I'm going to play this class. Yeah. No, I want to select another world. I don't want to go to Famford. I want to go to somewhere else. Ultros is full, so, I mean, Legacy sounds cool. I'll go to Hyperion. Why not? Boom. Alright. Forename and surname. This is just first name, second name. We're gonna do the old Merlin here. Of course, you know, we're a wizard, but I'm also Merlin here. And then for my surname, we're gonna go with the dad here, of course. And we're gonna be cheeky and we'll put a little YT at the bottom so people know that I'm on YouTube. The dad YT. Okay, apparently I can't camel cap. Can I do... Can I do that? No. Okay. That's fine. That'll work. Merlin, the dad, YT. Cool, right? Yeah. Sweet. Alright. That looks like Merlin, the daddy T. I love it. Alright. Begin a new game with this character? Absolutely. I'm ready to have a blast. You've now done the hard part, which is creating your character. And trust me, when I say it doesn't mean a lot, but it is the hard part. And you may be like, well, yeah, but, you know, when I played World of Warcraft, I played a paladin and I didn't really like it, and I had to make a whole new character. You don't have to do that in this game. I'm going to stop you right there. The wonderful thing about this game is one character can play absolutely every single class job and gathering job and crafting job. You can have one character literally do it all. In fact, the game used to encourage it by requiring you to have more than one to upgrade to the ultimate version. They don't do that anymore. So if you want to just one trick, you can do that. All right. So right now you're probably seeing a blue screen. I'm still here. for whatever reason, streaming from the PlayStation does not allow me to show you my character list. I am currently in queue for 23 players. These usually don't take long. The way I look at it is if a game has a queue, I mean, that tells me one thing and one thing alone, and that's a good game, that there's enough people wanting to play the game that I have to queue. And I'm in. So, we're here. I'm going to let you guys enjoy this cutscene, and then we'll get back to our commentary. The cutscenes in this game are fantastic.
Here. Here. Feel.
For you guys that are just now joining in, we're starting the game brand new 2024. We're starting with the Realm Reborn because that's the beginning of the game. This is the opening cutscene. They're not really given a lot of information at first, but this is a really interesting cutscene. And the cinematics in this game are really enjoyable. It gives you a little cosmetic taste of what you can look like later on in the game, and I think that's pretty cool. Hey, you! You finally woken up. Tried to cross the border over in the Skyrim, eh? Yeah. The old cart, yeah. I'm not gonna bore y'all with the non-voice acted ones. If you're interested enough in the game to read them, you will. But I'm not gonna skip the cosmetic. I'll skip over the dialogue. Unless you guys decide you want me to read it. I don't mind reading it to you guys either. I may stumble over some words. I'm not really used to reading aloud. You're not really given a whole lot of information of why you're doing what you're doing. You're just kind of... It's kind of a Skyrim situation. You wake up on a cart, a boat, or another cart. I will say the opening is different based on what area you go to. The premise is pretty much the same for the most part. You know, you get attacked. You're like, oh no, go quick. You're like, oh no, this world must be in danger because they're attacking just random strangers on the road. Yeah. Damn, dude just got yeeted. I don't know if I need to buy the expansion. I can't. This is crazy to tell you, but I can't tell if the cosmetic update it went through with what I have. But the rest of this is just talking, so I am gonna skip the rest of this. I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't, but I know for a fact that people are gonna get bored of reading and they're gonna skip it. So that's truly the new player experience. All right, welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Okay, please select the controller scheme you wish to use. Alright, this is what I like about this game most. Controller, mouse, and keyboard. Say you want to play an MMO on your PS5 or your Xbox, but you really don't want to play on controller. Plug a mouse and keyboard into it. It works. Just fine. Alright, I like the controller. I'm used to it. You know, open Final Fantasy Lodestone in the browser? No thank you. Alright, so The one thing this game does not tell you that I want to recommend to all of you new players out there, and this is either do this first thing once you get free range, or as soon as possible, and that is simply fix the game how you want it. I know that sounds crazy, but the game is so customizable. I promise you, for the most part, I like how the game sets. There's just a few things I think are quality of life that I change. All right, and that's I think it's under targeting. No, auto targeting ground. I'm gonna go through these. I'll try and talk my way through it, but I'm gonna go through these and then fix what I like. Each person is different, so I'm not gonna say, oh, this is what I recommend everyone do. No, I can't I can't do that surely because everyone is different. I like the normal interface. I like the normal interface. Yeah, yeah. Set commands on customize open standard required level. Okay. Fill tab orders. All right. Not really changing the UI. Mouse mode or controller mode. Nothing changed here for me. Display item help. I'm gonna leave all this on. Um, so for my HUD, there are a few things I personally like to turn off. You don't have to turn them off. And preference, 100%. The few things that I don't like is the inventory grid in the bottom right. I go ahead and turn that off because to me it just takes up valuable screen space. Display the duty list. I go ahead and drop this to the lowest number of duties I can, because when you start getting a bunch of side quests, it fills up the right side of your screen really quick. Hide duty list during instance duties. Now I will say I do recommend this because if you're in a dungeon and you're trying to play the dungeon and the quests don't go away, that's a little bit annoying. But again, preference. All right, go ahead and I'm gonna do Eorzea time, and the reason I'm doing Eorzea time for my clock is because it's effective for gathering, and your personal time, local time, doesn't matter. You can have it if you just want to know what time it is when you look up. There you go. Limit gauge, everything there. I'd recommend not turning the main scenario guide off. And the main scenario is the main story quest of this game, and it is the one thing that will level you up extremely fast. And I know there's going to be a few of you out there, but Marilyn, I really just want to get to end game. I don't want to have to go through a story that's 15 years old. That's fine. That's fine. Spend a little bit of money, and you can skip the story. You can skip just the base story. You can skip the base story and other expansions. It's different price for everything. But if you don't have the money to shell out, then I'm sorry. You're gonna have to play through the story. It's I, I understand why some people complain. They just want to get to the end stuff, but honestly, this game is really all about the journey, and I really really enjoy the story for this game. Um, I think it's awesome story. I really 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 do. Um, there's one thing I do want to recommend if you're playing on a controller, and that is your hotbar settings. There is a setting here to sharing enable cross hotbar control. All right, there is a setting to do the toggle here. I think it's either toggle or mix. Hold on. Let me find it. It's been a minute since I've had to reset a controller configuration. There is, maybe it's under custom. Okay, yes, expanded hold controls. I always enable this for both left and right. Just I don't do this one. You can if you want to. Um, if you want to have more hotbar space, you can. But what I always do is for the L2, R2, I hold down and I do that. That'll be my hotbar left side. And for R2, L2, that'll be my hotbar right side for 2. And I will show you guys what that means here in just a second. Oh, I must be getting text or something because my mic just went absolutely AWOL here. Alright. Log window settings. This is the fun stuff. You know, I know this is not really tantalizing stream to watch when you're just watching somebody go through menus. It's not really fun. Menu simulator. General, I'm blind. I need a big font size, so that's just how I am. Battle, don't really care. Event, don't really care. Log number 4, don't really care. You can change these if you like to. I don't really. Only thing I'm worried about right now is talking to people. I will go further into depth if it's asked for. The next thing after you've gone through that menu, I recommend going through the HUD menu. And what this does is this will allow you to take everything in the game. You can resize it. You can move it around. Alright, I can move it around. You know, I like it. I like it right there. Perfect, you know. Alright, cool. My experience bar. I think my experience bar is too massive. I don't really need to know it that big, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. You know what? My parameter bar, I think... Actually, I think that's a good size right now. My enemy list, I'm not worried about that right now. My party list, everything, that'll come up as I go. My cross hotbar. Pet hotbar, useful if you have a pet and you want to use it manually. Not useful any other way. I'm not going to hover over these, so I don't need them that big. So I'm going to make this a little smaller because I don't want a lot of clutter in my game. And let's say you don't want it in the middle. You want it at the top, the right, the left. You can move it literally wherever you want it. This is your game. You customize it the way you want to. You're paying your subscription, not me. Alright. My astral gauge. Now this... Astral gauge. Astral gauge. Astral gauge. Why is this not working? Element gauge. Because it's not an astral gauge, it's an element gauge. I don't need this that big, you know, so this is, until later on, this is purely cosmetic. You know what, I'll put it right here so I don't have to look around, you know. This is useful if you're playing on a TV or, you know, you have a small monitor and need I want that as small as possible. Yeah, that's as small as it'll go. That's crazy. Alright, right there is fine. Alright, limit gauge, don't care. Item help, alright. Triangle hides, and I keep trying to finalize with triangle. Sorry. Save. Alright. Now, my HUD is set to how I like it. Sweet. Wonderful. Now, there's one more thing that I gotta do, and that's system configuration. Alright, this is sound. I've got the master volume turned down. I want to play music when mounted because I think it's cool. Alright. I think that's on by default. If you have a wireless controller speaker, you can turn it on or off. It tells you like when your limit gauge is ready, stuff like that, etc. Let's see, the controller settings. You know, if you want vibrations on, you can have them on. I don't really want to. What I do like is the touchpad on the PS5 controller, PS4 controllers work as like a trackpad on a laptop, which is really cool. Mouse settings, I don't have a mouse plugged in, so I don't need that right now. Display settings. This is what I was gonna do. Okay. Alright, we're sitting at 4K, screen resolution, improve draw. Yeah, okay. Okay. Limit frame rate. No, I don't want to limit my frame rate. User interface size. I like stuff big, so I want it big. Alright, this is where you're gonna change your gamma and your character lighting. This is your graphics setting, enable dynamic resolution. I'm going to do that because I think it's cool. I don't want to do that. Water refractions, I'm just going to leave it on normal because, you know, PS5. Oh, cool. Tells me what it is. Cool. So some of these are new settings. Um, I personally want to see how the PS5 handles it. Man, I really don't like this black, boring HUD. If you change it to light mode, if you change it to classic for Final Fantasy, you can change it to Clara Blue. I personally like the default. Camel, hey, what's up? How you doing? Or Camille, I'm sorry if I messed up your name. It's just, I guess, cutscene time before you. Okay, I think we're done with the boring stuff. We can actually get to some gameplay here. We're all right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Exclamation points. That tells me there's a quest. Yep. I think that's pretty standard. Accept said quest. All right. Oh boy. I'm a brand new player. I don't want to read. I want to play the game. Shut up. I get it. These first few quests are kind of really boring. There's really no way to say this other than it's really boring. I'm actually going to turn that off because I don't want that on. Main scenario guide. Where is it at? There it is. Actually, you know what we can do? We can just make it really, really small and put it somewhere out of the way. You know what? Right here is fine. Yep, right here is fine. Right here is perfectly fine. Yep, alright. And you may end up doing that throughout the game indefinitely. And it's one of those things that you do. Alright. Cannot be used here. Yes, green means your quest is ready to turn in. Cool. Skip that cutscene because I know it's not voiced. Oh boy, I got 103 gold. Yes, sir. I'm really just trying to get to the other players. I'm trying to get through the mess that is the very first few minutes of this game. All right. Quests that have this little fireball thing on them, extremely important. These are your main scenario quests. They are the main story of this game. There are plenty of side quests, and there's not nothing wrong with doing side quests. But if you want the fastest way to level up for your very first job, and even maybe your second, doing these main scenario quests is going to be the fastest way to gain XP in this game. Always prioritize these. Not only does it let you witness a very enjoyable and beautiful story, it gets you to that end game as quick as possible. It gets you to the everyone else as quick as possible. And guess what? Now, sorry, I did burp. Now we're in it. We're in the game. We're done. That's the basics. Now we're just following main scenario quest. Now, a couple of recommendations I have for new players. Recommendation 1: set the HUD and everything to your liking. Set the graphics to your liking. Make everything the way you want it, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's paying for your game. You're the one that's going to play however you want to. Don't let anybody tell you that you cannot play this game a certain way, because that's not the idea behind Final Fantasy's community. I will say another recommendation I do recommend is make friends. I don't. I say this lightly because most people are like, yeah, man, I don't really want to make friends. Everybody's going to ignore me because I'm new. I promise you, they won't. This community is surprisingly open to helping new people, mainly because it encourages people to. There are certain people you'll see, they'll have like a special little icon by their name, and they're known as mentors. And they get special stuff for helping you, so they're rewarded for helping new players. And those people really want to help new players. So just ask around, don't be afraid to type. Don't be afraid to chat. Make friends. Don't be afraid to add people. And if somebody invites you to a free company, don't be afraid to join it. I would, at first, join whatever free company you want to join. But eventually, you're going to want a free company that is active. You're going to want a free company that has buffs active. And what I mean by that is there are certain buffs in this game that give you XP bonuses. And if you're leveling up alternate classes, you will learn real quick that XP does not come easy once you've completed the story. There's going to be a lot of grinding. There's going to be a lot of repeating the same stuff over and over when you start grinding for quests. These little people are telling me that magic is dark and I can use it and I can make massive explosions with magic. So I'm excited because I want to make massive explosions with magic. Oh no, never mind. I shook my head. No, I shouldn't have done that. That's what happens when you mash a button. Yes, do you think you can embrace the darkness and cause pure chaos and eventually cause Fire 4? I'm pretty sure I can repeat Fire and Blizzard over and over again. Yup. 2 button spams? Sure can. Leap into the abyss. You gonna catch me, little man? Alright. Now that I've initiated my job quest, job quest will give you certain abilities, give you free gear, gives you money, and gives you XP. So, no point to not to do it. Right? No point to not do. Let's see. Yeah. We're jumping. Let's see. Oh no, slay marmots. Collect bottles of marmot blood. Cool. We'll go to West Vanland to do it. You know what? I want to change these two around. Actually, I want those. Yeah, that'll work. No, because I'll mess up. They made this so easier. You used to have to cover every inch of the map to do that, and now they just give it to you. There's been a lot of improvements to this game over the years, and I'm just very pleased with it. So, fire is damage for mages. Yeah, right. Fire. 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 Mage gameplay is pretty legit. Oh no, I am running out of mana. I need to cast ice. Once I cast ice, it gives me mana back. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. As long as I have Umbral Ice active. I don't know who the heck just invited me to a free company, but sure, why not? You know what? I told you guys to make friends, and this is going to be me making friends. Look, I didn't even try to make friends, and I'm already making friends. You see that? Yeah, I'll join your free company. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get rid of all these these thingies. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yep. Alright. I need Marmat blood. I need Marmat blood. Cool, I got all the Marmat blood I need. Alright, let's see. I gotta kill hornets. Oh, no. Marmot meat? Oh, boy. Hornets on the other side of the family. So, we're gonna run. I like to collect. I like to have as many quests ready to turn in as possible. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do it this way. Play the game your way. Like I said, like I've been repeating. I know I sound like a broken record. I repeat that a lot. Now you'll notice up top up here. Yep, I have 20 mail right now. Yeah, I'm ignoring that on purpose. And the reason I'm doing that is because a lot of the stuff in the mail that I have is premium stuff that you guys as a new player may not have. And I kind of want the fresh, raw experience of being a brand new player to the game. I don't want. I have items that'll increase my XP boost. I want to know what it's like for you guys to play and not have those. Cool, I level up. Hey, remember when I was talking about buffs? This is free company buffs that I'm talking about. Heat of battle. XP earned through battle is increased. Extremely effective. Any type of combat will raise your XP. Reduced rates. Teleport fees are reduced. Doesn't sound like a lot. Doesn't sound like it's great, but later in the game, when you start teleporting a long distance away, the crud gets expensive. Very, very expensive. Very, very quick. DJ, I did not miss your your comment. I was enthralled, and I'm sorry I didn't react on it in a timely manner. But hey, DJ, thanks for stopping by. Not quite rich. Once we start seeing the prices of things in this game, you'll know that I am a po' boy, and it is gonna be a long road before I am rich. Now, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, I really want to like have all the money, like that's my MMO. I want to make as much money as possible. You can do that in this. The best way to do it, not the only way, but the best way to do it is gathering and crafting. And I'm not going to tell you one is better than the other, because honestly, if you really want to make money as a crafter and gatherer, you need to do both. You need to gather your supplies and then use those supplies to craft in order to maximize your gold income. Otherwise, you're going to be spending more money than you're making on supplies, and that crap adds up quick. I'm out of mana. Oh well. I guess I gotta harass Blizzard a couple times. Early game MMO gameplay is not great. I know it's not the best thing to watch right now, and I'm trying to make this stuff entertaining as possible for you guys. Let's see. Alright, we have 2 quests to turn in. Man, I don't want to walk all the way back there. Good thing I have Return. Yeah. So Return is a free spell you can cast. It's on a really long cooldown. 800, like 900 seconds, I think. But it lets you teleport back to your favored home crystal, which is by default wherever you start. And you can teleport back there for free. And you can also use this thing called Ethernet to teleport through towns to make quick travel, awesome. You don't have to just trudge through endless hours of, holding the stick or putting WASD down. Oh, here's your Marmat blood. Here you go. Oh boy, I got options. Do I want an eye patch or do I want a hemp hat? I think I'm going to take the eye patch. And the reason I say that is because I don't need to worry about strength or dexterity. I want intelligence and mind. Really, I want intelligence. So, we're going to take that one. Yep, we are. Transpose. Yes, sir. Alright. What's up, buddy? I killed everything that you wanted me to kill. Oh, you gave me some raisins? Oh boy. Oh boy. And you gave me a shield. Now this is crazy. Wands are kind of a thing of the past. I can't wear that till level 5. But when the game first came out, there was the option to, do a little less damage, but have a little more defense as a mage. And some people really, it was really a choice for them. And then they realized nobody's really using the wands and the shields because it's too much of free minions. Oh heck yeah, let me pin that on the map. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me go get a free minion. Let me go get I'm down for some free. I'm a new player. I want free stuff, right? That guy's offering to help sprouts. You'll hear the word sprout, and that's basically the game's way of calling you a noob, but in a nice way. What you saw me do is click the coordinates that he pinged. It put a red flag on my map. Alright? Alright, I don't remember what his name was, but I want free minions. I'm gonna say free. Give me just a second. I'm gonna get my keyboard. I'm gonna plug it into my computer. Oh wow, he actually gave me free minions. Cool. Wow. These are actually some neat minions too. A Byaku Cub. Some of these I don't even have on my main. I have that one. I don't have this one. I don't have this one either, and I don't have the salt and pepper shield. Cool, I have a minion now. You know what? The minions. Look at that. I want the tiger. Little tiger cub. Yeah. Haha, look at them. They're just cosmetics. They don't do anything. Here. The clicky, Hi, everyone. Everyone's recruiting. Yeah. Oh, I paid with my soul. Oh, okay. I'll just send him a friend request. What is this? I know what this is. Mount. It's a mount. And it's actually a very rare mount that I'm a little. I'm a little struck. I don't even have this. I'm okay. Let me. Thank you, Brand. I'm sorry with the clicking. It's the only keyboard I have. I'm trying to keep it as quiet as possible. Okay. All right. He's telling me to do quest, and I'll be able to use it. All right. Well, that's cool. See, I was just telling everybody, the community in this game is so nice. Not only did he hand me, 4 free mounts, 5 free minions. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 free minions. I didn't pay anything, and these are minions that you wouldn't get very early. These are minions you would have to farm for or pay gold for on the market board. So the fact that he was just willing to give them away for free just really goes to show that players in this game are really nice. There are some douchebags out there. There are bad players everywhere. Every game has bad players, but this game I've noticed has a lot of really good people. He gave me not only an extremely rare mount for free. Like I'm fixing to show you guys. Like last time I was on this game. Let's see. Last time I was on this game, that was like a 4 million mount, and gold that much is not. It ain't easy to just drop 4 million on a mount, but some people got it like that. Wow. Okay. Look at all these people. Alright, hey, what's up? Alright, you gonna tell me this is the market square where I can buy things? Here you go. Cool. You'll see me attuned to these little blue crystals, and the reason I'm attuning to these little blue crystals is so that I can use the quick teleport feature. So every time you go to a new main town or a new town, try and find all those crystals, and you can see them on the map. They're not like hidden or anything, but they come in handy. Being able to, oh boy, markets. Let's see. All right. Oh, I'm curious. Okay, I want to see how much the flying chair is. And 41 to sell. Okay, they're not like super outrageous right now. 15,000, but still, for a brand new player, when they look at that and they're like, "Oh my gosh, 14,000 gold." I'm sitting at 100 gold. That man just gave me it for free. You know, that's insane. Let's see. All right. Trying to get rid of that. Trying to keep my how's that start? Huh. Okay. It said my current relation. Yeah. Okay. Got to go to the old. That guy was from Halicarnius, I think, and that's my main server. That's cool. Halicarnius represent. Me personally, I had a buddy choose this server for me, so I don't have any characters on this server that I've played in over 10 years, so I don't know anybody on the server, and I wanted it to stay that way. That's why I chose the server. But my main server is one of the newer servers, and the people on those servers are awesome. Not only that, but the economy there is booming. And you get tons of gold in that one. And as of right now, I haven't been on recently, but housing seems to be a little more affordable there. All right, so we're gonna do some questing, and you're a new player, right? You're gonna be like, ooh, I'm just gonna take every quest I can find, yeah. So we're gonna take every quest we can find, and then we're just gonna follow quest markers, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna level up. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna chat in the party. We're on Discord. We've made friends. We're making friends. Maybe we even brought a friend to this game, right? We're having a good old time. This is how the game is better with friends. The game is okay solo. The game is fine solo. As you can see, it's pretty. Oh, there it is. All right, see a little hammer and the crown. That means that he is a crafting mentor. He's a disciple of hand mentor. If it's a hoe, it's disciple of land, and if it's a sword, it's a disciple of war. But that little crown means that they are a mentor, which means they get a fresh roulette that's specifically designed to help new people. That's what they want to do. It's optional, but most people like that want to help new players. That's what they want to do. Unfortunately, with this game, every game has them. A fetch quest. Do I think MMOs need to get rid of them altogether? Absolutely. I can't stand fetch quest. They drive me absolutely insane. But it's just part of the game. It's part of the experience. So you see the little target over this little ladybug. That is in my hunting log. If I killed so many of those as a thaumaturge or black mage, then I get a XP bonus. And doesn't seem like much, right? But I want that XP. I want that beautiful, beautiful XP. There's also challenges you can do to get, I guess trophies. If you're a collector like me, you want all those challenges. With those challenges, they give you special cosmetics. They give you titles. I can wear my hat now. Look at me. Heck yeah. All right. They give you special titles. They give you special minions. They give you special mounts. They give you special cosmetics. I like to show off that I have no life and I grinded something out. Who doesn't? Oh boy, that guy's got a chocobo already. I believe you have to hit level 25 for the chocobo. It's either 15 or 25. I can't remember the specific number. It's been a long time since I've been this low level. But I'm all for, if you find yourself on Halicarnius and you see me on Halicarnius, hit me up. I'm all for helping new people. I'm all about it. I want to help as many of you guys as possible. I want as many people to experience this game as humanly possible. And I know that sounds insane, but when you really enjoy a game, you want everybody to experience it. And let's see, recommended gear set. Okay, yeah, equip all. Thank gosh. Okay, I like being able to just quick select. Oh, so I'm gonna go down the quest rabbit hole because that's every new player's first mistake is they do this, and there's not really a mistake as much as it's overwhelming if you do this. I'm about to accept every quest that I see because I'm a new player and I'm like, oh, quest. Let me play this game as much as possible. Nothing wrong with it. Great way to get brand new experience and brand new gold. It's a great way to really get into the game, but it's a quick way to do a bunch of fetching and a bunch of killing and a bunch of just random bull crap. And you know what? Something I didn't say when I was making my character, your class doesn't really make that much of a difference because, and I don't want to say like, oh yeah, your class means absolutely nothing. That's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can change your class as early as level 10, I think. So if you play the game up to level 10 and you're like, man, by level 10, you're going to know if you like something or not. You say you hit level 10 or level 15, whichever it is, and you're like, man, playing as a black mage is boring as hell. I want to play something different. You just have to go to that guild. You tell them you want to become that thing. They'll give you a weapon. You equip that weapon, and you do the level 1 quest. And there you go. You have a brand new class. And you can do that with every single class in this game. Does not limit you to being a one class. You are a jack of all trades. You are the chosen one, Luke. You are He Almighty. You are everything in this game. Alright? You want to be everything in this game? You can be everything in this game. You want to be just a really good monk or a really good black mage? You can be a really good monk or a really good black mage. Ain't nothing stopping you. They've made it a lot easier to just be one-trick pony, I'll say. Used to, you really had to outsource, and you really needed to experience every class. They made it very difficult, and I think there was enough people that complained about it, and they were like, you know what, I don't really want to play monk, but I have to get it to this level to get a certain move that I can use with my ninja. You don't have to do that anymore. They replaced the stuff like that with something called what are they? They're here. Job quest, I believe, is what they're called. I can't remember but they're not called job quests. They're roll moves, I believe. But basically, like, every magical DPS has like quick cast or stuff like that. It used to be like if you wanted quick cast on your arcanist or your summoner, you had to get a black mage to X level, and maybe you like summoner, but you really, really don't like black mage, and you had to trudge through it. And they listened to their fan base, and they changed it. And that's something I really like about Square Enix and the people who run this game, is they listen, and they're really about their player base. And I don't get me wrong. I've never experienced World of Warcraft. I've heard stuff about it. I've seen content creators create stuff on it. Maybe I'll check it out. I've been eyeballing it. If you guys, it's something you guys would be interested in. I love MMOs. I'm all about checking out different MMOs, testing them out, putting my foot in the water. I mean, I put thousands of hours in this one. Before I played this, I can't really say before I played this one. This was my first MMO, so I don't really have. I guess can't say I'm a big MMO guy, but I'm a big MMO guy. I've played Elder Scrolls Online. I've played Black Desert. I played what is it, Terra Online when that was big. Let's see. I've played. I've recently picked up RuneScape 3. Everyone tells me old school RuneScape is better. I never played RuneScape. So I don't know, maybe it is. I'll give it a try. If I really think a series I could put out for you guys is giving you guys what it's like for players to play games in the current day and age. A couple of games I'm looking at right now. Guild Wars 2, allegedly extremely free to play. It's a one-time purchase if it's not free to play, and it's extremely beginner friendly. So that's just what I hear from it. I've never touched it. Don't count that in. But I can make videos on that. Old school RuneScape. I'm down to make videos on that. I will even dip my foot into World of Warcraft for you guys. I hear so much negative about it. I hear so many horror stories. I'm kind of terrified to ever experience it because I've had such a good experience with Final Fantasy, and hardcore fans and content creators of World of Warcraft they complain so much about just Blizzard not listening to their players and Blizzard not doing what's right by the players, and Square Enix and Final Fantasy doing, in my opinion, what's right by the players and actually supporting their community and at the end of the day, and just listening to people, listening to feedback, it really makes me say yeah, it's $16 a month, $15 a month, whatever it is, but in my opinion, it's worth it. And the reason I say that is because they are constantly working on this game. They are constantly updating it. They are constantly trying to give you, the player, the best experience possible. And I really, really like that. Oh, okay. So this is telling me fates. Fates are world events that you can do for very large amounts of very large amounts of XP and gold, depending on your participation level. They are not necessarily easy to do alone. They are intended for multiple people to do. They are World Quest. Some of them drop special items. Some of them are required for certain, quests. Relic weapons, which is like your... At the time of expansion, there's always the best weapon you can possibly get, and usually at least up till Heaven's Ward. I don't know, that's the last relic weapon I grinded, was Heaven's Ward. You have to do certain quests to get things, to do certain fates to get things, but yeah, it's they're not mandatory by any means. They're optional. They're enjoyable. Some of them, like I say, give you special cosmetics. Some of them give you very special titles. So it really depends on you as a player, what you want to do. Some of them are easy to solo. Once you get the Chocobo, there's a quest you can do to have the Chocobo actually fight with you. So if you're gonna tackle the game alone, I definitely recommend doing that quest to have the Chocobo fight with you, because it comes in handy to have a buddy help you. Even if it's an NPC chicken that's helping you. Oh look, more quest. I'm really falling into this rabbit hole. Like, I came down here to turn in a quest. She's got another quest for me. I've completely ignored the main scenario quest. If you want to get to end game as fast as possible, don't do what I'm doing. Play the main scenario quest and maybe do one or two side quests. But new players that what am I? Oh, emote. I gotta doubt this guy. Let's see. Where is my doubt? There it is. Hey, you stop that. Tell me to piss off. This is one of the side quests teaching you how to emote. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's a quest. You can emote by doing /doubt. I'm on console, so it's easier for me to just press square or the X button on Xbox and bring it up that way. Unless I guess you're playing on keyboard and mouse, which is completely optional. But I am playing on a controller, and I do things my way. I did it my way. Sorry, a little ADHD kicked in there for a second. Sorry. I apologize. Let's see. So, we're looking for this last slacker. We're doubting if the slacker is a good person so that he gets his filthy scumbag self back to work. He's got a job to do. He's got some dirt to dig or something. I don't know. I didn't read. If you're interested in it, side quests. Some of them have really goofy stories. Some of them are just completely redundant, and some of them are trying to teach you certain things. Like this one is teaching you how to emote. Wild worker. Hey, you. I doubt that you're doing anything of importance right now, so you better get your ass back to work. Oh, okay. Look at him run off like a little punk. Oh, look, a quest. Let me just add that to my list. Yes, sir. Thank you. Find chunks of magnet. What? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, you see my minimap up there is got a bunch of quest markers. New player rabbit hole is real. They will grab every quest imaginable. And I only know that because I did it. I was a new player once. This is how I played the game when I first started. I did every possible quest I could. Is it an enjoyable experience? It was for me. But a big part of that was I wasn't alone. I played with friends. The reason I'm able to do it now is because I'm not alone. I have you guys with me. You're chatting with me in comments. You're watching. You're getting a feel for the game. And early game, there's not much to really dialogue on. There's not much to talk about for you guys. New player wise, but this is the new player experience. My target audience for this series is people who have been like, man, I'm not sure about trying Final Fantasy. It's been on my list. Maybe I do want to try it out, but I don't know, because all the content creators I see, they're making these raid videos where they're doing a bunch of mechanics and there's a bunch of flashing going on, and I'm just so confused to what's going on. And that's why I want this series to talk to certain people. There's a very refined group of people that I'm really wanting to help out with this series, and that's the people that they want to know what the game's like, but not from a perspective of being overstimulated and burdened with extremes amounts of knowledge, because there's so much in this game. There's so much to talk about, and I'm live streaming right now. I'm talking to you guys right now, but keep an eye on the channel, because if you found this live stream, just go to my channel, look for the video specifically what you're looking for. If you're looking for new player help on finding an FC, finding friends, fixing your HUD, I'm gonna release videos helping you out. I want to be your guide in a world of chaos. because Final Fantasy, as fun as it is, it can be very daunting and overwhelming for new players. It can be very um, in info dumps really, really hard. And if you're going at this alone and you want to play an MMO, but you don't have, your friend group's not wanting to play with you, I promise you, you will make new friends playing this game. I assure you that there is someone out there on this game right now that would enjoy playing with you. Discord is accessible on both consoles now, so Discord chatting is a thing. Being able to plug a keyboard, into a computer or to a PlayStation. Consoles nowadays, the I get it, PC Master Race, I get it, but honestly, consoles nowadays with most games are just as good, if not better, than PC games. And another like big thing that this game has done is I've never really been a PC gamer until recently. I've always been a console gamer, and I'm gonna give you a little nostalgia. I'm gonna get in my feelings a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why I enjoy Final Fantasy so much. I'm gonna tell you why I fell in love with Final Fantasy so much. Why I fell in love with this game so much. The number one reason is I've been playing Final Fantasy since I can remember. I remember playing Final Fantasy on the NES, playing Final Fantasy 2. It was either 1 or 2, but the 8-bit taking turns, man. I truly fell in love with RPGs in that moment. A lot of people are like, Pokemon was my first RPG. No, for me it was Final Fantasy. And I remember playing it with my cousin who was much older than me. I mean, when I was 10, he was 30. So I was the baby of my family. But being able to play. I remember I found Final Fantasy 11, I think it was, at GameStop, and I was like, man, look at the new Final Fantasy. It's so cool. You can move around and attack. And it wasn't Final Fantasy 11. No, frick. Maybe it was. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was either 9 or 10, but it was on PS2. I remember that much. Man, I had so much fun. And I remember when I first got my PS4 and I was going through the store and then I saw the demo for Final Fantasy 14. I was like, hey, I love Final Fantasy. Let me try it out. I didn't know it was an MMO. Other than World of Warcraft, I didn't know what MMOs were. Like, I knew World of Warcraft was a game that people paid to play online. And to me, that was just it was a befuddling thing because, I'm like, I already pay, at the time I wasn't, but I already pay for PlayStation Plus. Why would I want to play another subscription? Well, here's the good thing. If you don't have PlayStation Plus, I don't know about Xbox, but if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you can still play this game online with the subscription. It doesn't require you to pay for both. So don't feel wrong. I mean, don't feel like you're double dipping because you're playing on console. I don't know how Xbox manages their stuff. I'm not a fan of Microsoft. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But as far as PlayStation goes, if you don't have PlayStation Plus, just play your Final Fantasy with your subscription. Don't worry about it. I got sidetracked. I do that. ADHD gets me every time. I'm sorry. Alright. I love Final Fantasy. I never really played an MMO before this. This was my first dip into MMOs, and I didn't really know what I was getting into. I knew what Final Fantasy was, and I knew the lore of Final Fantasy, so I was like, okay, I understand what these are. And then I looked at the game, I was like, okay, this is a little new. I get a little more free range. I'm not stuck in turn-based combat. Are these real people I'm playing? Is this a multiplayer Final Fantasy? That was what went through my head, and I was like, oh my god. I'm playing with real people. One of the best games I've ever played. I fell in love. I immediately pre-ordered it for the PS4. Had it not been... Dang, I'm just doing quest after quest after quest. I'm just blowing through this. What we got here? A cutscene? What do you want, little one? Sure, okay. Oh my god. Okay. Quit. Yeah. Alright. But had it not been for Final Fantasy, I did not mean to use that one. Had it not been for this game, I would have never played an MMO. Ever. Would not have ever touched an MMO. So yeah, I'm a little biased. I'm a little attached to the game. But because it was so available on console and it was so enjoyable to play, I just okay. I was able to enter the world of MMOs because Final Fantasy is like, hey, let's put this on PlayStation. You know, I didn't really start gaming until PS4. I didn't know this game was also available on PS3. You know, and thinking back on it now, that's outlandish to think that a game like this ran on a PS3. But not neither here nor there. My point is, had it not been for this game, I'd have never touched MMO. I'd have never explored the path of MMOs. I'd never had as much fun as I am now. Being able to experience a whole new world with a whole bunch of different people and having just a blast, you know. And I'm enjoying it. I like the game. I recommend it to everybody. The free trial lets you do so much in this game. There's no point to not try it. I mean, you're getting to play all of the base game and 2 of their expansions. That is... I mean, that's... If you do everything in all of those, that's like 500 plus hours. Easy. Easy 500 plus. I keep... Let me... Wizard off! I'm the better wizard. Uh-oh. Mana. Alright. And I will say this. As much as I dislike Microsoft, they're really dropping the ball here. Because this game and World of Warcraft has so many similarities from what I can tell. You know, I could be totally wrong. If I'm wrong, please blast me in the comments by all means. I'm giving you full permission to call me an idiot. But the point I'm trying to make is it with the acquisition of Blizzard, the fact that Xbox has not had any intentions, as far as it seems, they could be doing this behind the scenes, to bring World of Warcraft to the Xbox, because for the longest time this was a PlayStation only. Like, you can only play it on PlayStation PC. It just recently came to Xbox. So I mean, that's a new thing for Xbox. You know, and Sweet with Kickapoo. Alright. These names, man, they get me. Sweet. Alright. I mean, so that was like, oh yeah, we have, what the hell? That's hilarious. I got me go-go boots and my shorts. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna die. Help me, baby Jesus. Don't let me die. Run. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the fact that Xbox is not attempting or making any kind of claims to bring World of Warcraft to the Xbox and just watch PlayStation writhe in pain and be like, haha, we got this and you don't, because we did that with Final Fantasy for years, you know, before it came to Xbox. And it was awesome. Uh, I there's really, Blizzard and Microsoft, they're sitting on an untapped market with the Xbox. They really are. If they brought World of Warcraft, I really think if World of Warcraft doesn't, and again, this is just strictly from my opinion, from what I know. I don't know. I'm not a World of Warcraft expert. This is strictly from what I hear from other people and what I witness, what I experience from third party. I guess this is not valuable. If it's not valuable to you, I'm sorry. My point is, Microsoft and Blizzard are sitting on a potential gold mine that they are untapping for whatever reason. Um, I can't begin to tell you why not, but there's truly, other than a superiority complex, there's truly no reason that World of Warcraft can't thrive on the Xbox system. You know, um, I'm not saying make it the subscription part of Game Pass, but maybe if you have Game Pass, you get all the expansions, and then you just have to worry about your subscription. Microsoft, if you're listening, this is free advice. I don't care, take it. Yeah, I'm not making anything from you guys. But I'm just, my opinion is they're sitting on an untapped gold mine, and sure, we'll go to that one. I don't. As someone that's only played this game on a console, I really don't see any reason why they're dragging ass. To me, that puts World of Warcraft behind Final Fantasy, and inclusivity. I think I said that right. But for a company that says they want to bring games to everyone, they're not doing a good job. I'm just saying. But what do I know? What the fuck is going on here? I'm confused. Hello? Oh. Oh, this is my free company. Hey. Where my wave at? Oh boy. There it is. Wave. Money! Fun little interaction. I don't know these people at all, by the way. They just were nice enough to invite me to this free company, and now I didn't even realize they were part of my free company until I was like, why are these people just standing here in the open? There you go. Look at us. We are just burning through these quests. Look at it. We're already level 8. Man. We're doing great. Making wonderful progress. We're gonna outlevel the, more than likely, if you do this, and that's just go down the questing rabbit hole, you're gonna outlevel the main quest, and you're not gonna have to worry about it. If you just focus on the main quest, you may have a moment where you're like, okay, well, I'm like a level behind. Let me go ahead and do a little bit of side questing. Alright, hey. Now, if there is one thing that I can recommend to you, if you are brand spanking new to the MMO world, if you're brand spanking new to Final Fantasy 14, this guy right here, if you do his quest, it will it will explain things that I may be missing. Let's see. What the heck? Alright. So, an hour and a half in, and you know, we're level 9. I mean, we're doing great. We're getting new gear. Glasses is new. Features yet to be unlocked. Cool. Okay. Cool. But anyway, I think that's it for my first stream on this. I really had a good time. I enjoyed everything I got to do with you guys. Would love to keep going. I'm exhausted, and I have covered a lot in this video. There's a lot to unpack. So if you're looking for more refined information, and you really just want to have a guide, look for those on my channel. Look for those guides on my channel. If you're wanting to just a live experience of what it's like for a new player, that's what the live streams are for, and that's what I want to experience. Once I get everything going, and if I can, I'll get my webcam set up and everything, and I'll start adding that in. We did some moving some furniture around, so I lost it, and I have to find it again. I think I know where it is, but I will find it. Don't worry. But as always, thank you all for watching, and stay magical, my friends.